Hello and welcome back to Kester's Forest. And this is the second episode in a series looking at Go magazine, which was a free pull-out magazine that came inside C&VG, ran for about 2 years and focused entirely on handheld games machines. So this was going to be the Game Boy, the Game Gear, the Lynx and the PC Engine at the time. And so this is episode 2, which is the December issue of that year, which I think was 1992, might have been 91, but I think it was 92. And cover there on Super Kickoff, and inside we're going to be looking at Rastan Saga, Castlevania II, Pac-Man, Burger Time, and more. Okay, let's have a quick look. Okay, so immediately my eye is drawn to the left-hand side there because we've got this amazingly stunning advert for Special Reserve Games Club here, which is, you know, some kind of catalogue ordering service for games before we had the internet, and we've got Game Gear, Game Boy and Atari Lynx 1 and 2 all for sale here, and you can see the kind of prices you're going to be looking to pay around that time. So £100 for a Game Gear with a free mains adapter. It says it's essential. It is. Game Boy, a couple of different packets you could get there. You've got one that has, look at this combo, you've got some magnifying glass, a light and a speaker booster or amplifier to make the speaker louder, maybe in stereo in fact. This bundle here has got a case, and this bundle here is a bit more expensive at $89.99, but you do get Super Mario Land, which is pretty cool. And then Atari Lynx 2 with a mains adapter for £85. That's pretty good, brand new. Lynx with a mains adapter, £100, but you do get an extra game. So you can see what they're trying to do there, sort of try and get rid of their old Lynxes, but bundle them with a game. And then looking over here at the contents page, you've got Pac-Man, Super Kickoff, Burger Time, Rastan Saga, Indiana Jones, and then Castlevania II with this amazing bit of artwork here. And a note from the editor, who I guess Tim Boone was the editor this month on Go. He might have been the editor every month, I don't know. But he was definitely one of the journalists that worked on C&VG. And in the news this week, we have Marble Madness coming to the Game Boy. And I think this is the reason I own this game on the Game Boy. I still have my copy in its box. And I seem to recall that at the time, me and my friends used to, when it was our birthdays, we'd take it in turns to club together and buy each other one thing that we really wanted for our birthday, which was pretty much always a video game. And my turn that year, I got Marble Madness on the Game Boy, which is pretty cool. I love that game. It's pretty hard, but I do really like it. And we've got Gauntlet as well at the top here. Was that Gauntlet 2? And then we've got, you know, interesting, we've got this sort of scoop story to say that Sonic the Hedgehog is coming to the Game Gear. Ooh. And this is, you know, brand new information, so there's not a lot of stuff there to talk about, but of course we now know what that game is like, and they're saying here that it is going to be like the 16-bit version with speed and all the levels and features, which of course isn't true, because it was more like the Master System version, which is pretty similar, but it's a good game, but it's not the same as the 16-bit version, as everybody knows. And then here we've got this, what's it? The Twin Brick, which is basically a standalone version of Tetris, for £25. So if you just wanted to play Tetris, apparently you could buy a Twin Brick, which I guess is a handheld console, which is why it's in this magazine. And I'm going to have to go and look up the Twin Brick after this and find out a little bit more about it. KC's Computers and Console Magic, and I seem to have circled Choplifter 2 here for some reason on the Game Boy. Don't know why. I don't recall ever owning that or even ever playing it, so maybe I really wanted to at the time. And you can see here as well, you can buy American Famicom games and a converter to run Japanese carts on the US Famicom. So I'm guessing at this point that the Super Nintendo hadn't yet launched in the UK, and this was all import only. And you can see here you've got Mega Drives, and you can pick, you know, buy a bundle and pick from a game, and you've got Japanese carts and UK carts, because of course the UK Mega Drive was out by that point. And it looks like I have torn a page out here, which is a little bit annoying, but looking at that perforation, I think this must have been some kind of competition or something that I entered, and frustratingly, I seem to be missing the left-hand page on a spread all about the Game Gear, which is a little bit annoying. We still get quite a bit. We might not be missing, but we've got lowdown on the Game Gear. So talks about what came with it, to decide whether to buy an Atari Lynx or or a Game Gear, which last month's issue was focused on the Lynx. And then talks about some of the games you can get here, which, US Gold, who were big at the time, also producing games. They talk about Outrun, Afterburner, Columns, Mickey Mouse, and Spider-Man. So there's Spider-Man, I think. And there's obviously Castle of Illusion on the Game Gear. Gun Griffin. Some kind of baseball game. What is that? Do I not know that? And that looks like Gallagher to me. So yeah, pretty cool. So yeah, a little page there on, and also it's letting you know what peripherals you got there. So you got the Master Gear converter allowing to play Master Gear, Master System titles, and the TV tuner. I have both of those. TV tuner does not work anymore because there is no analog signal. Now, what have we got here? Kickoff, Super Kickoff, in fact, on the Game Boy, and it's got 95 out of 100 here. So they obviously like it, and God, I love these screenshots. Look at them. You can see where the light has been shining on it, so you could, get a reflection. It's sort of, I tried to keep it even, but you can see it sort of spots over here. They've done their best, and you can see what's going on. And the title screen looks pretty good, pretty cool. Dual button delights. Whereas the original computer versions of Kickoffs required only one fire button and some deft joystick juggling, Super Kickoff finds the use for both Game Boy's buttons. One is for passing and ordinary kicking, while the other allows the player to chip the ball, handy for crossing into the 6-yard area and great for lobbing the ball over the goalkeeper's head and into the net. Goal! Cool. That's nice. And Super Kickoff on the Game Gear. Pip in the Game Boy version to the post by 1 point. So, yeah, here we go. Look, Tim's saying, they look like they were the wrong way around. How could anybody top Super Kickoff on the Game Boy? Well, US Gold have bloody well done it. All swearing. This utterly fab conversion has to be seen to be believed because it plays like a dream. Best game ever for the Game Gear by a long chalk. Buy this as soon as you can. Well, that's pretty high praise. Doesn't say how much it's going to cost yet. But yeah, it says Super Kickoff is an extremely close conversion of the Master System version, reviewed in this month's C&VG. So Master System one being the best one, that's pretty cool. And I'm not massively into my football games, but I do like Super Kickoff. And so maybe I will investigate whether this is cheaper to buy on the Master System or the Game Gear and get myself maybe a copy. Chicana consoles. I think we saw these last month in the first issue. Again, for sale, PC Engine, Game Boy, Game Gear, Atari Lynx. And now we turn our attention to Burger Time Deluxe on the Game Boy. Now these screenshots are really dark. Very difficult to see what's going on here. And 78, that's not a bad score. Burger me, Bob. Oh, you lucky burger. Don't be a silly burger. Wow, these puns are thick and fast, and they are, they're pretty much the same joke 3 times. Never mind. And I do love the artwork there. That's awesome. Now then, Castlevania II on the Game Boy. What does it get? 93. I seem to remember, is this the second one out on the Game Boy? There's one that's the first one that came out on the Game Boy wasn't great. I do remember. And the second one that came out was pretty good. But I think this is the first one, or is that Castlevania Adventure? I'm not sure. Someone please in the comments let me know. But anyway, they've given it 93 and said it's pretty good. 4 castles to complete in Castlevania 2. Complete with different ending, level guardian. Each one has its own special way of attempting to kill Bellman, and all have incredibly devilish names such as Darkside and Angel. Angel Mummy. Again, the screenshot's not too bad, a bit brighter in this one. And they've tried to then zoom in and show you the different items. They've done their best here. They've really had a go at trying to give you a decent look at the game. Do like the artwork though. That's quite clearly Arnold Schwarzenegger from Conan. And, I mean, he doesn't look like Arnold Schwarzenegger from Conan in the face, but pretty much the rest of him does. Rastan Saga on the Game Gear. 83, that's not bad. Rastan Saga plays well on the little Sega. Music is atmospheric, and the only criticism is that the sprites are on the small side. Yeah, I can see that. They are quite small. If you enjoyed the coin-up, Game Gear Rastan is well worth your while. So that looks pretty cool. And this time they've drawn out the different weapons that you can have. You can see what they mean, but the screenshots here aren't bad. That's a little bit wonky there. I don't know how they've done that, because these almost don't look like photos. These look like something else. But they must be photos. But how have they done this? Because see, that's a Game Gear screenshot. You know, you can see the very pale backlight there. And this one, these look very different. So I'm wondering how they've done this. Interesting. They've probably been sent them by the creator of the game, or the developers. So that's interesting. Now these graphics, actually can see how good they look. Looks really, really cool, this game. I actually don't know if this game is any good or not. I've never played it, but I really love the film. So again, having looked at these screenshots, I think I might try and find out. Game Gear, no price, so this is a preview. And then lastly, we've got some Atari Lynx games. So Cyberball, Scrapyard Dog, Stun Runner, and Hard Driving. So having a quick look around in order there. Scrapyard Dog, those graphics look... I used to find it quite funny that the Atari Lynx was described as 16-bit, but I couldn't really tell you growing up that I thought that the graphics on the Atari Lynx were actually any better than, say, the Game Gear. But actually, now I'm older, I can sort of see how it can do things that the Game Gear never could. And two of these games, especially Hard Driving here, has got, you know, what essentially are polygon graphics, which is very impressive for a handheld of the time. Cyberball, so it wasn't John Madden earlier. I did think that was a little odd. No, Cyberball 2072. And then Stun Runner, which I've played that in the arcade a load. I've never owned an Atari Lynx though. I have played on an Atari Lynx back in the day, but not recently, and it is on my list of consoles to get hold of. So yeah, these are some games for me to look out. I have no idea if these are any good. I suspect Stun Runner's quite good. I imagine Cyberball's okay. No idea about Scrapyard Dog, and Hard Driving probably isn't great. I remember that game on the Amiga, and it was hard. Yeah, I didn't really enjoy that game. But I know it has a following, so maybe it's good. I don't know. And then next month, a quick look forward there with a picture of the Ultimate Warrior. So I'm guessing we're looking at a WWF game of some kind. So how the hell do we beat this? It's easy. You ain't seen nothing yet. And anything else? Yeah, we got a complete guide to the Mega Drive advertised here for only $2.95 until 19th of December 91. So this is December 91's issue of Go magazine. That clarifies that. All about the Mega Drive here. Buying an import. The Mega Drive CD-ROM revealed. Oh, that's interesting. And various add-ons. And then lastly, you've got a PC preview advert for a magazine all about PCs. So yeah, there we go. Now on the back, same again as last time. Advertisement for Robocop and Navy Seals by Ocean on the Game Boy. Okay, well, that was our speedy look at issue number 2 of Go magazine, which was December 1991. And so next time we will be looking at January 1992. Okay, thanks very much and take care. Shall see you in the next video.